Hi, everyone. Hope you are doing well whenever you hear this recording. In this recording, we are going to be working with the energetics of clearing abuse. This is a big topic. It is very present in the collective right now, and we are clearing out generations and lifetimes of traumatic abuse from our fields and from our energetic memory. And so this activation will serve as a support for that clearing process. I recommend that you go into this activation with very little expectation about what you might encounter. Oftentimes, these patterns of energetic abuse are running in the background underneath many other layers of unconscious energy that keeps us separate from the knowledge that these patterns may be running. These particular patterns can impact all of our relationships and our day-to-day experiences in a very distinct way. And oftentimes we have other stories that we've created about why we may be behaving in certain ways or having certain challenges in relationship. And we are not aware that there are particular abuse patterns running in the background that are creating some of those dynamics. So this activation is going to serve to go into the energetic DNA layers to begin to clear these ancestral abuse patterns, as well as into the soul energetic layers to clear any past life patterns of abuse. And for many of us who are empaths, you may also find that these abuse patterns are creating an impact on your physical body. And so this activation will also serve to clear and dislodge some of those energetic structures that are creating chronic dis-ease or illness in the body. Specifically, autoimmune conditions, conditions that impact the immune system, inflammation in the body, chronic pain can be tied to some of these abuse patterns. I also want to note that we will be clearing societal abuse patterns. So these are things like patriarchal energies that maybe have been running and present in our society and our human collective, and the energetic signatures that we carry from those many, many generations of abusive energies that have been repressing the divine feminine here on this planet. Your divine feminine consists of your emotional body and your energetic body, as well as your connection to your intuition and your psychic knowing. And so there are patterns of abuse that have kept those gifts dormant and kept our emotions repressed. And so this particular activation will serve to help to clear that energy as well. And so I invite you in this moment to find a comfortable position. This may be a resting position, meaning that you choose to lie down in a comfortable position, or it may be a seated position if you'd like to remain a bit more active in this activation. I'm also going to encourage you to begin to take some deep breaths. The breath will carry you through this process. I'll be bringing in sounds and tones, perhaps even working with some tuning forks if I'm called, and that will begin to dislodge this energy. And so if you find a particular area of pain or discomfort or energetic tightness that you feel in your being coming to the surface, you're going to use the breath to expand into that energy and release it out either to the earth or to source, or perhaps even visualizing a portal in front of you and releasing that energy to be returned to source or earth. And so go ahead and begin to cultivate a connection now with your breath. Breathing from your heart chakra down into the center of the planet, sending light from your heart all the way down through the body, down into the earth. And I want you to imagine that as you send this light, this is your light, and it's just a portion of your light that you are sending down into the earth, really to make contact. Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, has a heart center just like we do, and that exists at the center of her core. And so imagine that you can send this light all the way down through your body, down into the earth, connecting with her core, please. And as you breathe into that connection, imagine that she can send more light, more love, more grace, more ease, and more support back to you. And so you say hello to her, and she sends energy back to you, expanding that connection. And you'll breathe that connection and that support back up into your body and be in gratitude for this beautiful expanded connection. Regardless of how deeply you can feel this, just know that this connection is coming online with your intention. Almost imagining that your whole body is connecting deeply into her now. I like to imagine that my hips and my pelvic floor is just opening up, and there's this beautiful energy coming into the trunk of my body. And I'll breathe that up into the heart space and allow the heart space to expand with that beautiful light that's flowing in. You have everything that you need in this connection. All of the resources that you need to move through this activation are here. And there is a beautiful connection between you and the earth that will allow this energy that is no longer needed to leave your body. These abuse patterns, this tension, this dense energy will have a way to be transported from your being down into the earth. So as you breathe into that connection, then allow that earth energy and that love, that unconditional love from Mother Earth to rise up in your being, going all the way up towards the crown chakra, please. And as you imagine that energy rising up like a fountain into the body, see it overflowing and expanding out and all the way up to source. Source being a solar light, a star, or a pool of light above you, in the ethers above you. Perhaps you even envision the grand central sun if that's something that you are connected with. This is the divine father energy of source that we are connecting with, the divine masculine. And so send this energy, this pulse of light that includes your soul essence, up to source and say hello to that energy. And imagine as you connect in with that energy that it begins to send pulses of light back down into your body. This light is representative of source light, connection, unconditional love and support, just like what you receive from Earth, but in a different frequency perhaps. And breathe that into the body and feel the upper chakras expanding now. Feel them coming online with this connection. And I'm being guided to welcome in some archangels this evening. So we will welcome in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Sandalphon. And they will represent 6 points of light all around us. Archangel Metatron above, holding the above space sacred. Archangel Sandalphon below, holding the below space sacred. Archangel Gabriel to the right, Archangel Raphael to the left, Archangel Michael to the front, and Archangel Uriel to the back. 6 points of light surrounding us. And we ask that these archangels hold this sacred space for us so that we may release with ease. There's so much duality on this planet, and it is so beneficial to be able to let go of the matches and mirrors that we carry within that represent that own internal duality. We understand in this moment that this sacred light that is surrounding us is source light, but we are also source light, and that light emanates from inside. And in this moment, we ask that these ancestral patterns of abuse, whether they ride within the mother or father line, begin to vibrate towards the surface, almost as if sediment is rising up to the surface of a lake. Imagining that we can take a beautiful skimmer here and begin to release this energy. We'll begin to bring in some tones. Kua 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 yo. Kua 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 yo. Kua 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 yo ya he. Kua 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 yo. Kua 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 yo ya. Kua kua ya yo. Just letting that energy rise to the surface here. Kua 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 ya ye. Kua kua ka ye. Kua 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 ya ye. Kua 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 ye ya yo. Allowing it to rise up. Kua 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 ye ya ye ya o. Kua 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 ya ye ya o. Kua 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 ye. Calling the ancestors in now to support this work. Kua kua ye ya. Feeling these energetic abuse patterns coming to the surface almost as if they are bindings around our energy field being released. Kua 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 ye ya. Kua kua ye ya yo. Kua kua he ya wa o. Kua kua he ya yo na ye. Kua kua he ya yo wa ye. Kua kua he ya. Kua kua he yo wa ta na ye. Kua kua he ai doto masate. Kua ye. Kua ye ho ana he hawa ma ye. Kua wa he yo a o ta he ato atayana he. Mano he a o haya wapa wataya. Calling in sacred space here. Gua yo a he wa. Building a temple of light around us. Gua yo a he a ho a wata wa ma he a. Na yo wa he a ho a he na e. Na yo ha ho wa he o ta he na to ata e ha o ka o mana e. Na yo awa masano ana se he awa waupa he. Calling in now our energetic connection to this lifetime. Any abuse patterns that you yourself have experienced, bringing those to the surface. And in this moment, we allow them to come to the surface without story. We do not need to attach to the story. We can observe this pain without it overtaking us. Na wa wa masano he ata ho awata e. Na no amasano e ano ko natasana e. Na ho awana e. Na no awama wa he ya. Eya ho awana ye. Calling these societal patterns forward now, seeing them as threads of energy all around us, these patterns. Na no amasato ata he awa ma he ya. Anywhere where your feminine energy has been repressed. Na no apa no akayo, or your masculine energy has been distorted. Na no amasa no atahe haku au matae sano e amana no amatae na no e he o na no asayo awae la lo la lo la lo la 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 lo. Alo amasato ataye nanu atu ehe ahe awato ae Lano anasan wanataye kuamasayana. And these patterns are beginning to disintegrate here. Nanu amasanu ataye atoe. Lano awamanaye. Sanu anatayo e ata sanu amakaye awo. Lano e anato etano apaye. Nano e heya heya. Nano e heya heya yo. Ano e asano e. Beginning to feel some of that distortion coming to the surface here. Nano asano akiato somata heya. We ask for support in clearing these energies with grace and ease and divine and perfect timing. Nano asano e. Gano anaita sano. I am worthy, bringing that energy in. Ano asano ataye. Worthiness disrupts these shameful patterns. Nano asano anaye. Anywhere where we're holding shame or guilt because we're holding these patterns, worthiness begins to disrupt that energy. Nano asano akaye. Bringing in the truth and light of worthiness. Beautiful solar worthiness light here, bright yellow. Nano asano e. Dano asano e. Dano asano e. Dano asano e. Dano asano e. Aquano suana ye. You are worthy. Gano asano atasana ye. You do not have to carry these patterns forward. Dano asano e. You came here to release them. Gano asano e. Yanasoam. It's okay to let them go. Gano asano. It's okay to separate from these stories. Gano asano ataye tuana. They no longer need to filter your experience. Gano asano atayana. Through these stories, these patterns. Dano asano akwamanatasanaya. And let there be anywhere where you've internalized these patterns. Allow that to come to the surface as well, to be released. Just purging that energy now. Dano asano apalala pato tua makayeta ho tua masana eta moku amasano atahena namakotu anasate heya. I don't know. Ay 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 oh awamataye. Lanuaya kuanatsatue. Naruana, you are worthy. Nanua sanua pakua manasanuata. It's okay to let it go. Nanuataye. Nanuataye. Nanuatasanue. You are beautiful. Guano suatanaetaye. You are enough. Sanue. Sanue. You are beautiful. Sanueta uman. You are enough. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are enough. Blano no ata suamata ipapa kuamata heta mato suamata eato. You are safe. Nano apasano e akuapata e nan. It's safe to let go. Lano apahu apaye akuahoma kwansanaye. Beautiful angelic frequency coming in here. So much support. You're safe and supported. You are loved. You are enough. You are worthy. You don't have to carry this anymore. It's okay to let it go. It's okay. There's no need to punish yourself. There's no need to suffer. There's nothing to prove here. This is not what you came here to hold on to. You came here to be free of this, to free this energy, to release it. You came here at this time on this earth to do this work. You're right where you're supposed to be. You're safe. You're loved. You are enough. You are worthy. Calling in the sacred grandmothers now. Bringing in that unconditional love and wisdom. As the grandmothers are coming in, they're sharing with me that there is so much. They have the ability to see further beyond these patterns, beyond the time in which we will carry these patterns on earth, to see into our future. They're showing me a time where all of our hearts are open, where we're able to connect with one another, free of these toxic abuse patterns that create so much separation and discord in our human collective. They're showing me a time where we are fully heart open. They're also saying to me, as they speak to me through this divine collective that they share here, that it is possible for each of us to step into that frequency now. They say this is what Katie calls the new earth. It's possible to open your heart now. You don't have to wait for the whole planet to catch up to this frequency for you to hold it. You can claim it now. And the more people who choose to claim it now and choose to act from a place of connection rather than separation, the faster these energies will clear for the collective. They understand that we are in a time of distortion now and that it is incredibly difficult. But it's okay. Do not lose faith. Do not give up. Stay the course. It's going to be okay. These energies that are clearing now are so challenging. But we are safe. We are here to do this work. We know exactly what to do. We can call on our lifetimes of experience. We all have lifetimes where we were not in separation. We all even have moments of realization of being one with Source. We all came from Source. We know what that frequency of unity is. But we have to find it inside of ourselves before we can find it with one another. And this is our work right now. This is what we're working on. It's okay to let this go. You are safe. You are so loved. You are so supported. You are safe. You are so loved. You are so supported. You are safe. You are so loved. You are so supported. You are safe. You are so loved. You are so supported. You are safe. You are so loved. You are so supported. Grandmothers say that it's an honor to support us in this work. You can call on them anytime. They are a collective of all of the grandmothers of native traditions that have ascended, that are holding a vibration of sacredness and new earth vibration for each of us. They're holding that vision. They were each here on this planet at some point, and we're in sacred community with one another and continue to be that on the astral plane, on the etheric plane, and they are holding that vision of where we're headed. They've seen many trials and tribulations that the earth has been through. Some of them have survived many, many wars. and many acts of separation, and they are holding a vision of something new. They are weaving that together in the etheric planes right now. We have the archangels that we called in. We also have our star brothers and sisters, and they are holding the vision for us as well to release these patterns. By the way, some of these patterns that you're clearing right now are also galactic in nature. We have lifetimes that we have lived on other planets where there was separation, where there was polarity, where there was war, where there was abuse of other species. We have so much history. So if sometimes it feels like you're clearing for hundreds and hundreds of people, well, you are. You have been so many different versions of yourself. It's okay to let it go, though. You don't have to hold this any longer. It's okay. To the surface. In just a minute, I'm going to bring in a tuning fork. This tuning fork is tuned to 144 hertz, and it's really focused on clearing out really toxic, sludgy energy in our fields. You may or may not like the sound of it in the beginning. I always give that little warning. So just breathe. And I'll follow that with a tuning fork that's a higher frequency, 528 hertz, that is really here to bring in unconditional love and clarity. Let that move through your field. Breathe. You may feel a little anxiety coming to the surface. That's the fear clearing out. Perhaps some shame clearing as well, or guilt. You may feel some pain in the body or some tension somewhere getting activated, and just breathe. Remember, your breath will carry that energy out. So clearing those lower chakras now. We're going to start in that Earth Star Chakra. A deep breath right below the feet. That Earth Star Chakra connects us to the earth, grounds our whole body. Into the root. And the space between the root and the earth star. Through the feet, the hips, the knees. Breathe and release. the sacral now we go. Alo, ale, la, la, lo. Alo, ale, la, o, aye. Au, asau. Just feeling a little bit of hopeless energy here, clearing. Deep breath. Alo, ale, la, he, na, yo. Alo, ala, ye. This feeling of being defeated. Alo, ale, ya, he, na, ye. Alo, ale, ya, he. Alo, ale, ya, he, ya, o. Alo, ale, ya, he, ya. Moving up into the navel and solar plexus chakras now. Alu, ale, ya, o, ala, ye. Alu, ale, ya, he, yo. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya, na, ye. Alu, ale, ya, o, ata, na, ye, tu. Judgment clearing. Internal and external judgment. Alu, ale, ya, ho, ala, ye. Alu, ale, ya, ku, ana. Anywhere where you've been hiding out, hiding your light. Alu, ale, ya, ho, ala, ye. Because of these patterns of abuse. Alu, ale, ya, no, do, e. Alu, ale, ya, ho, ala, ye. Alu, ale, ya, wa, wata, ye. Up into the heart now. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya, na, o. Alu, ale, ya, no, apa, ho. Deep breath here. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya, ya. Hearing some anger. Alu, ale, ya, o. And some protection energy where you've had to wall off the heart because of abuse, and there's anger here of having to keep the heart closed to stay safe. Frustration. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Alu, aye, ha, yo. Let it go. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya, ho. Alu, aye, ya, ho. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya, he. Let it go. Deep breath here. Alu, ale, ya, ho. Alu, ale, ya, ho, ala, he. Alu, aye, ya, ho. Up into the throat. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Clearing fear. Fear of being heard, being seen, communicating. Alu, ale, ya, he, yo. Because of the abuse. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Clearing out what people have said to you. Untruths. Alu, ale, ya, ho, makau, mate. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Alu, ale, ya, ho. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Alu, ale, ya, ho, awa, he. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Alu, ale, ya, ho, ah. Sadness and grief. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Alu, ale, ya, ho. Any sadness and grief that you've been holding in the ancestral line as well. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Alu, ale, ya, ho. Up into the third eye. Alu, ale, ya, he, ya. Anywhere where you have been feeling like you can't move forward, anywhere where you've been shielding your perspective or dimming your thoughts or ideas, holding yourself back, anywhere where there's been confusion in the mental body. Alu, ale, ya, ho. Where somebody's lied to you or gaslit you or abused you in some way, and then you've gotten confused about who you are. You've questioned your truth. Let that go. Alualeya heya. Alualeya ho. Up into the crown. Alualeya heya. The history of unworthiness and separation. Alualeya ho. You are worthy. You are loved. You do matter. Alualeya heya. It's okay to let this go now. Alualeya ho. Alualeya heya. Alualeya ho he. Alualeya heya. Alualeya ho. Alualeya heya. Love. Alualeya ho. Alualeya heya. Spiraling light into the body. Alualeya yoako. Alualeya heya. Alualeya yoapa he. Alualeya heya. Alualeya yo. You matter. Alualeya heya. You're worthy. Alualeya ho. Alualeya heya. Ahoe. Alualeya heya. It's time to celebrate. Alualeya ho. Break free of the chains. Alualeya heya. Shine your light. Alualeya yoe. Alualeya heya pa. Alualeya. Love. Alualeya heya. Worthiness. Alualeya kwato he. Truth. Alualeya heya. Safety. Alualeya heya. Alualeya heya na. Aleo. Alualeya heya. Safety. Alualeya waye. Abundance. Alualeya kwada he. Hope. Alualeya na heya. Support. Alualeya heya na. Ease. Alualeya grace. Alualeya heya excitement. Alualeya joy. Alualeya heya. Alualeya yo. Alualeya heya. Aleho. Alualeya heya. Aleho. You matter. Alualeya heya. You are loved. Aleho. Thank you. Alualeya heya ho. Aleho. Thank you. Alualeya heya ho. Aleho. Breathe. Alualeya heya ho. Feel the body. Aleho. Thank you. Alualeya heya ho. Aleho. You are so worthy. Alualeya heya ho. Aleho. Coming fully back now. Alo aleya heya ho. All the way into the body. Ayeho. Ready to move forward. Alo aleya heya na. Excited. Aleho. Thank you for listening. I love you. Alo aleya heya lo. You're beautiful.